Starting. Yay!
Yay!
Ah, hi guys. So now I just want to bring it up in my phone so I can see the chat. Technical difficulties, guys, but I believe we finally have it. I am technologically carded.
Challenged.
Really giving me, how annoying. It really gave me an advertisement before it would let me onto the live chat. Really?
Yeah.
Okay. There. Hi, guys.
Hello.
How are you?
All right, thank you.
Glad. We finally figured it all out. It just was me being a tard, and now we're back. So this is so annoying. So I have to do it with my computer because I haven't quite figured it out on my phone, but at least we're here. And we are all ready for our parts to do our renewal and cleansing and pulling back in good stuff. Right, guys?
Yes, we are.
Yay. Yeah. Oh my God, you're all here. Let's see. Hi, everyone who's here. I'm not going to go down through everyone because hopefully everybody's been waiting for us because we're just idiots, or I'm just an idiot. Hangout sucks on phones. I know. I can never figure that out. So I'm lucky I finally figured it out on the computer, but it's here. So yay. All right. So we are going to start with the cleansing and banishing of all the crap that we all have been going through first. Who wants to go first? Okay. Awesome. I guess that would be me then.
I guess that's you.
All right. So for my part, oh, Brad is sick as hell. I'm sorry, Brad. Yuck. That's not good. All right. So here's my part, guys. So I have 2 different cauldrons here. And I have created 2 different herbal incenses with 2 different intentions. So this one is banishing and cleansing and purifying all of the energies that we all have wanted to get rid of this year. So I'm going to read what's in there before I add it. So the banishing cleansing part is eucalyptus, which is purification, cedar, which is consecration, so renewing everything, kind of cleansing out everything that's new, exorcism, rue and vervain, which the exorcism part of it is really banishing all of those energies. An herb for change, which is vervain, which the exorcism part of it is really how did that happen? Why is it doing that? How annoying. So the herb for change is basil, and the banishing herbs are birch, anise, sage, and rue. Okay, so I'm going to add to my banishing cleansing, and I'm going to say, and I now purify this place, flood with cleansing energy, filling every space, and banishing negativity. All ill now leaves, all fear and trauma, strife and pain, all lingering hurt that cleaves, goes now and may not return again. Unfocused energy too, which may distract my spell, and any powers who might wish me aught but well. All go, are gone, may not return. No ill may now abide. All negativity I spurn and leave nowhere to hide. I charge the space and bless it so. Its powers now will aid my right. Stir up the energies to bestow their fullest blessing on this night. The latent powers thus aroused, awakened, will my will abet, and magnify my cause espoused, and help to forward carry it. Now cleansed of all that came before, and charged for what will be, my sacred space is ready for my solemn ceremony. Cleanse everything of this entire group, everyone who is in our group. Cleanse, 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 and purify, exercise all of the negative crap that we have all been going through this year. dash of salt. So mote it be. All right, who's next?
All right, I guess I'll go next. So like Jen, I'm going to tell you what's in here before I actually light it up. I've got 2 cauldrons, one for banishing, one for bringing in. We're going to start with banishing. And we've got Palo Santo in here. Okay. Cedar leaf and eucalyptus. Palo Santo, smoke out all that means us harm. Eucalyptus, purify and heal all negative intent. Cedar leaf, purify all ill from our midst. All right, who wants to go next?
I guess I will go next. We're going to take a quick little field trip. So, let me just quickly flip my camera around. Okay, guys, so this is my setup right here for banishing negative energy, drawing positive negative energy in. In here, I have my herbs and a white candle. And on the candle, I've already inscribed all the positive things we want to bring in, such as prosperity, cleansing negative energy, harmony, resetting, peace. And then I have a little poppet right here that is going to represent the group. And I've already anointed it with cedar leaf oil. And then the herbs that I have inside are blessed thistle for protection and purification, bloodroot for protection and purification, cedarwood oil for cleansing, hyssop for uncrossing, purification, and protection, lavender for harmony, master root to enhance protection and luck. I have nutmeg for powerful luck, rosemary for protection and cleansing, star anise that stops misfortune, brings in luck, devil pod for strong protection, and sage for mental clarity to break free from any old habits that you have, as well as for prosperity and cleansing. And to start it off, I am simply just going to light my candle. Ooh, if it lights. No. What the what? Okay, there we go. And that is the beginning stage. And now I'm just going to put this all around and quickly just show you guys how that looks. So that is what I have in there. And then I will do the banishment a little bit later on.
Yay, love it.
Woo.
Steven, you're up, sweetie.
Am I next? Hello?
Hi, Steven.
Hi. Hello? Hello?
Yep, you're up.
Am I up?
Yep.
Right. I've just got a candle here to represent the fire energy and light and love. And what I've done is I've got some sigils here that I'm going to burn and pop in here. This one represents negativity, so I'm going to burn that and banish that. And then now I've got one that's about to banish self-doubt. This one is for sickness. And this one is for any injustice. And I release those out, ready to make room for bringing in a grounding, which I've got my black tourmaline for, and to get rid and to bring in joy with the citrine and spiritual cleansing with the amethyst. So that's my part of the ritual.
Yay. Love it.
Awesome.
Love it. Love it. Okay. So the second part is now to bring in energies that we want to come in, which we all need a whole bunch of good stuff for that. So mine, my bringing in stuff has a lot more stuff in it. Let me read what's in this one. We have, first of all, I put in a couple bay leaves because they're good for wish spells. So everything good that we want, that we all wish for, that's going in there. Chamomile for success. Self-confidence, I put in frankincense. Perseverance, I put in oak and blessed thistle. Protection for self, I put in fennel. Protection for our possessions, I put in hyssop. Manifestations, I put in lotus. My justice card, which is my card of the year, I put in vervain. For inner peace, I put in lavender and passion flower. Home blessing, I put in juniper. Home protection, I put in rue. For healing, I put in elder. For happiness, I put in anise. Renewal, basil, and rebirth, I put in pennyroyal. So now we're going to pull those energies in that we want to come in. And I wish we had smell-o-vision because, whew, just
Right. I'm like
good.
living in the smell.
We've got to invent that. I'm telling you, we'd all be rich. All right. And what I'm going to say for that is a couple different things. I change my life when I change my thinking. I am light. I am spirit. I am a wonderful, capable being. And it is time for me to acknowledge that I create my own reality with my own thoughts. If I want to change my reality, then it is time for me to change my mind. May you twinkle like the stars, shine like the moon, give warmth like the sun, sway like the trees, flow like the water, travel like the wind, and glow with passion like a flame. The winds of change I feel tonight, the waters are calm and the sky is bright. Luck be mine, come into me, my desires are true, so mote it be. So mote it be.
So mote it be.
Whew. All right. So while that's going, next.
All right, I'll go next again. So this one over here is our, if I can get it framed right. This one over here is our things we're bringing in. We've got orange peels to draw in happiness, cinnamon to bring in love and confidence, patchouli to bring in success, and I also have bay leaves in here just because they're good for luck and wishes. So orange peels draw in all that brings joy. Cinnamon bring in love and confidence. Patchouli bring us success in all our endeavors. Bay leaf bring in the power of what we wish. Only to our best benefit shall it be.
So shall it be. Maddie, you're up.
My turn. Okay.
Your turn, Maddie.
And flip around. Just make sure you can see. Okay. So obviously I kind of did mine a little bit different from everyone else's, which is okay. So this was all to banish negative energy. And now, so as we said earlier, we're going to bring it in positive energy. So here I have Yerba Santa, which is used as an offering for our ancestors because I do a lot of ancestral work. So I'm going to light this so we can call upon the ancestors to help guide us, protect us, do any cleansing. Set that over there. And then I wrote on petition paper a sigil that I created for cleansing, for banishment, for protection. And then on the back, I wrote everyone in the Willowwind Thrifty Witching group. And I'm simply just going to burn this. Boop. And just let that burn in my little cauldron. So mote it be.
So mote it be. Woohoo! Stephen, do you have anything to add, honey? I know you did your good parts already.
Yeah, well, I've got some to add as well. I can add to it now.
Yep.
First of all, I'm gonna bring in my red jasper and release the grounding root energy. And then with malachite protection. And amethyst spiritual connection. And with the citrine to activate and bring in joy and peace and happiness and prosperity. And by the elements of earth, fire, water, and earth, I asked to combine to one burning light of love and peace. So mote it be.
So mote it be. Woo! All right, so I think that was awesome. I don't know what you guys think.
That was fun. Oh,
I think that was awesome.
Can I quickly read my incantation here that I completely forgot about?
Oh, yes. Please, Maddie, read it because it was good.
Please do.
So I'm going to read the incantation and I'm going to light it and put that in the pot with the previous petition. So what I wrote was, cleanse our mind and cleanse our soul. Taking charge, we're in control. Peaceful thoughts, the light we see. Chains are off, now we are free. Strong we stand, pure and whole. Taking back what darkness stole. And I'm now going to light it. And into the pot it goes, along with the petition. There we go. So mote it be.
So mote it be. Woohoo! All right. So now that is done, first of all, I loved it, you guys. I think all of us did great. That was good. Everybody has their own ways of doing things, which will increase the energy 1,000-fold. I love it. Wow, did we all need this? And so now we kind of have this opportunity where this is the first time we've been on Google Hangouts together, where most of the admins are here. Now, you know, we know Ange isn't here because she just had her surgery. She is doing okay. You know, she's a lot of pain after surgery and stuff, but she's doing okay. But the rest of us are here. And so I would like to kind of open it up so we can get any questions that you guys have. If you guys have suggestions of, now that I kind of have an idea of how to do the Google thing a little. Hopefully, we can do this more. And I would like to bring this to all of our channels. I was saying before, I want to do some Google Hangouts and, you know, broadcast to each of our channels for different things. So does any of the admins or anybody on chat have any suggestions for us or questions? Or where's Hexen? Oh, Hexen had to work, which he was really ticked about, you guys. He was not happy about it at all.
Yes, Hexen really wanted to be here.
He really did. Like, he was like, I should quit. I'm like, no, you can't.
You need that income, sweetie.
Tarot stock is coming. He has to pay for it. So we have, yes, I hope you all do this more. This was awesome. Yay. I'd like to see more of this, Justin. Hi, Justin. Gypsy. Good. We got 68 people in, guys, so that's really good. Yay. I think everybody really needed this cleansing and renewal and pulling some good stuff in this year. Yay. I know, right? It's kind of nice that we can all do this hangout together, which is great. if I can shut up, everybody else can be seen more.
Jen, I think the wildfire going on in my cauldron now, right now says
Yeah,
exactly how freaking bad we needed.
Holy moly. Damn.
Mine's just producing a lot of smoke.
Yeah, yep. Mine too. Mine
Usually I don't have a wildfire.
Definitely. So we got Rebecca Beck says, definitely would love another group ritual. This was awesome. I'd love more of this. Yes, more. I'm actually doing my own thing right now, having the most intense tarot readings. Awesome. Papa Squirrel. Hi, Papa Squirrel. Yeah, I'm very much appreciative of this as well. Was very much needed, and just the good vibes and energy put into this. Perfect. No fire alarms, please, Jack says.
Jack, I promise no fire alarms, okay?
Squirrel Army Unite.
Yeah, Squirrel Army Unite. Yeah, that was a good one. Yes, we so needed this. You have an audition tomorrow, Willow? Well, good luck. We'll definitely put the energy towards that too. Good.
Yes, Lulu, that is the one with all the negative stuff. That's why I said we really needed this cleansing.
It works. So probably a high failing, only here for a bit. Make yourself some cocoa with cinnamon after you banish the negativity. There you go. Perfect. I love it.
Lulu,
burn bad
stuff,
stuff.
burn.
Yes.
Was cutting all of my hair bald again. What, Jess? What are you talking about, girl? Nice cleansing shower after this. That's a good idea, little dandelion.
Beck, what will I do with my ashes? I will put it in my burn pit outside where it's not in my house anymore.
Hell yes, for sure. This format would be good for discussion topics. Absolutely. Well, that's what I'm saying. Give us some ideas. Well, first of all, while we're all here, you guys could ask questions that you want to ask all of us. Now you have the opportunity to do it here.
Mm-hmm.
Who is the lady on Google Hangouts? What do you mean, Jackie?
Who is the lady on Google Hangout? Uh-oh. I do have to say, the reason we were late is all my fault. Because, like I said, I'm still learning, me and technology, you guys. I'm getting there. And I figured, I could not find how to broadcast. And I'll be honest with you, I had moved the screen down so I could get everyone's emails to invite them. And I didn't move it back up, and it was at the bottom. Yep.
Jack wants to know if we have any love spells or rituals for Valentine's Day.
I know a couple herbs that I use during Valentine's Day for love rituals. Like I know I use a lot of, the obvious rose, and then I also use some lavender to promote prosperity, harmony, peace, love, friendship.
And it also depends on what kind of love spell you mean. Are you saying you have somebody and you want to increase, intensify, and solidify that love, or are you looking for someone? Because that's two different things. So there's different kind of herbs for pulling love into your life and different kind of herbs for solidifying what you already have, and
or even sending it away.
Yeah, or getting rid of it.
Don't love you anymore.
Like he was actually specifying or self-love. So
there you go. That's true. Which is different.
Yes.
Barry Luna Wolf says she walked around saging. Perfect. Madam. Raven Moon says I would love communication spells. Herbs to promote self-love. Oh, I'm behind. Never mind. Go ahead.
Oh, no, she said, because Raven said communication spells, but like as in like communication like we are now, or communication with like spirits or other things. So it kind of, I guess, would depend as well.
Trevor, you're having a crisis? Hopefully this does calm that. Let us know.
No.
Uh-oh. Somebody's fire alarm.
Fire alarm. I don't have one, so it's not me.
The living room.
Hold on. I gotta open up a window. This is so awkward.
So Willow, what you do if you can't burn a candle, you don't have to burn anything to do a ritual. Hold a stone in your hand. Get electric candles. They are really good for that.
Or spray too. I used to do when we lived in an apartment where I couldn't burn stuff because what happened to Maddie just now, what happened to us. I used to do like I had sage spray. You can get an essential oil and add a little bit of rubbing alcohol and half water and a couple drops of essential oils and just spray if you want the smell around and stuff that can cleanse stuff with spray.
Or use essential oils to make your own spray.
Denise said we can do this hangout every Sunday, maybe a couple different channels each week. That'd be a good idea.
There's so much smoke.
Beginner guide to altar creation. That would be good.
Mm-hmm.
Spirits and with loved ones. Oh, communications with spirits and communications with loved ones. That's cool. How about healing spells?
Okay. I'm back.
Yeah. Hey, you said no fire alarms. Whoops, he lied.
Sorry, guys. Forgot to open up all the windows.
Yes, we do hear Dave.
Yeah.
Cleansing with sound is also good. Yes, I also have up here my bell.
Perfect. Does it matter how you end the spell? It does not, Trevor. You can end it however you feel necessary. I use Samote Be alot. Some people use Blessed Be. I use thanks and we're done. I mean, it does it. It's all up to you. It's personal choice, whatever you feel at the moment.
As you always say, if it works for you, it works.
That's right. I'm getting t-shirts together, guys. I'm almost ready. Maddie is setting his house on fire. Yes, he is.
I just saw that comment.
Really, I'm the one with the open flame over here, and you're setting the house on fire.
Right. Oh no! Oh,
Smoke alarm is over.
Yes, smoke alarm over.
Yay!
Yes, Jen, your own voice can be a powerful tool to send out negative energy too. Yell, sing, shout, scream.
What is a good cleansing bath? So actually, wait, I actually have mine here. Where's my salt thing? Oh, right here. So this cleansing bath I made, whoops, I don't want to report anyone on accident. Hold on. Okay. So this cleansing bath I made, I don't know, maybe a month and a half ago, and I use a little bit of it every month. And it has, oh, it smells so good. Again, smell-o-vision. Oh, it smells awesome. Okay, so it has regular rock salt, rosemary, lavender, and what else did I saw? I'm sure I put patchouli in it because it's me. I love patchouli. What else did I? Oh, eucalyptus. I think I put eucalyptus in there because eucalyptus is a great cleanser. Great cleanser. People have used it for exorcisms for centuries, but it's really good for cleansing too. And, oh, I see lotus in there too. I didn't realize I put lotus in there too.
Oh, I have lotus. Yeah, guys, another thing that you can do for a bath is literally just get a big bowl of water. Inside it, put your herbs. Like, for example, what I would put is lavender. I'd put rosemary in it, salt, blessed thistle, probably a bit of sage. And then if you don't have a bathtub like I do and it's just a stand-up shower, you just take the bowl and pour it over you.
Or,
so, yes, Epsom salt is perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. The other thing that I do with showers is, and some of you may not have these, but you know what? They're like 50 cents at the dollar store. If you get the real cheapo pantyhose or the pantyhose socks, you can put all the herbs in a pantyhose socks. Please buy a new one because ew. But, and then tie it over your shower head. And then as the stuff falls, it goes through the herbs and dumps onto you.
You can also add Florida water to the bath as well.
Or get bags like this. They're really cheap. And they're really loose, so you can actually get the water to go through them.
That's a good idea. I'll scroll down.
Perfect. 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 Coffee is great for exorcism baths. I have heard that. I've never used that, but I have heard that, Sarana.
Jen, are we linked telepathically? Because every single time I read a comment, you're reading it exactly as I'm reading it.
You and I have done that a few times, Maddie.
Great
Okay,
info.
really? Really, YouTube? You make us approve the word teabag?
I know it. Give me a break. How bad is that? You know, culturally, that says where we are. The fact that we have tea bags, give me a break. They are
I had a question. It says, I use a glass bowl to burn my spells in it, but it might break if it gets too hot. Can I use brass? Ooh,
yes, you can use brass.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, absolutely. There's all kinds of things that you're able to burn in. So look at guys, this one, ow, duh. This one is like old silver, you know, and I just put the charcoal disc in there and then put it on there. I use this one though because it has the feet. I still put it on my wood thing here, my little wood thing, which I put a lot of my cauldrons on when I'm burning, so I know it protects the table or whatever is underneath it. Or, you know, with this one, I have a stand so it's up in the air and doesn't hurt my table. But if you have something, I would recommend that you find one with feet on it or put it on something that, you know, is disperses the heat.
Yep. So mine is on a tile down here and it has feet, which means that I'm not burning my very nice table over here.
Jen, open-minded, open-hearted purple bird is asking, can you use crystals while bathing or put them on the side of the bathtub?
Okay, so most of them you can use. I would look up though before you for sure know. Stuff like amethyst, citrine, most of the stuff like that you can use. But there are some that you don't want to put in the bath with you because
don't put this in the bath.
Really, yeah, selenite, you might not want to do that. Now, although it won't hurt you, but your selenite,
your crystal.
Yeah, selenite won't like that. But there's certain ones like cinnabar. Make sure you don't bathe with cinnabar; that will poison you. So
that will poison you.
Look it up. Was it? Oh, Jazz just said, but brass gets really hot, so don't touch it. You mean like I just did there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
don't
do as Mama Squirrel says, not as she does.
Yeah, right. Mama, so you have a piece of charcoal in it. Yes. I have charcoal discs that are specifically made for witches, but if you do not have these, then cut a piece of charcoal into quarters and use them. They're the same damn thing. It's easier if you have the self-lighting ones because these are made so that you're supposed to be able to light them, although like I was having a hard time before we went live to try to light mine because if they get in the air, it takes them a little longer to light. But you certainly can just use charcoal.
Or just when you burn your Palo Santo pieces down to where they are charcoal, use that.
There you go. Perfect. Yep.
It's what I do.
You just got a tub. Yay! Fairy Luna Wolf. Love it. I've heard crystals don't like certain oils or soaps. Yeah, some crystals, that's true. I will say, again, though, I know people talk about how selenite breaks down in water, and it does a little bit. But I have used in my selenite oil, which I remake selenite oil probably, I don't know, every quarter. So every 3 months or so, I probably have to, remake it. And I have used the same piece of selenite in that oil. I just transfer it over every time for about 3 years. And it hasn't grown, it hasn't shortened very much, just a little. So it does break down a little bit, but it's not like it totally just dissolves on you.
So how do we go about finding out which crystals can go in water? Do we just type in a crystal and ask Google if it can be put into water and oil?
Yeah, there's actually a list. I'll try to post a list in the group if somebody will remind Mama Squirrel to get together that list, and I'll post a list of stuff that is toxic in water and stuff, because there's lists because a lot of people want to put crystals in their water to energize themselves, or they make water essence, and there's a lot of crystals that are really good for that. Rose quartz and amethysts and citrine and quartz, they all can be in water and they don't harm you. And shungite is one of the big ones. A lot of people use shungite in water because it's really good for you. But there are, like, malachite can be toxic, although if you use tumbled, usually you're probably okay. But I wouldn't recommend drinking it. But it, when you tumble it and polish it, the polished stuff kind of protects you for the most part. But so there are certain ones, though, that like water and stuff like that are just not good for you. You don't want to drink it for sure.
It kind of reminds me of, did you ever see that ad for the water bottle that has like the crystal inside it that you can fill it up and drink out of?
Yeah, and it's I was looking at a couple of those and I thought, nah, I'll just put a couple chips in my water bottle. Are you kidding me? It's like ridiculously expensive, $80 or some crap. Like,
no, if I want to put a piece of rose quartz in my water, I will put this in there.
Yeah, that's right.
You can do that for free.
I can do that for free because I already have the crystals.
That's right.
And you have the water and the water bottle.
Yes.
Bumblebee jasper is toxic, so don't put that in water. Yeah. Usually I'm trying to think there. Like I said, I'll try to put it in the group, but there's lists. If you look up water, is it water essence or water infusions? Finally, yes, water infusions, crystal water infusions. They will have a whole list of you for what's safe and what's not. Only about $15 on Wish. Well, Christina, I would tell you then that because everything comes from China at Wish, that they may not be real crystals, and I certainly would not trust them with my health. Just me, but Would a charcoal bristle toothbrush work? Huh? How do you do a charcoal bristle toothbrush?
Do you mean like the toothpaste? Because I know there's charcoal toothpaste that you can put on a toothbrush. That'll help to like clean your teeth and supposedly
make them whiter.
Yeah. Which I think is a lie because I've actually tried that for a good like month and it was like no difference.
Nothing.
Oh no, it's just the bottle. I don't think the crystal was included. Oh, so that might be the indirect method, which would be absolutely fine. If it is just like has a tunnel in the middle for the crystals to go in, and then they're not actually sitting in the water, that would be okay. Yeah, it's made from volcanic ash and all kinds of toxic stuff. You should even wash your hands after handling it, so bathing it might not be smart. Oh, what are we talking about? Hold on, something else, right? Yeah, I don't know.
Shauna, you have missed quite a bit.
If you look up, the bristles are made from charcoal. The handle is bamboo.
Oh,
wow, I have not heard that at all.
We'll have to look that up.
Bristles.
Right? Where have we been?
I know, right?
We've been squirreling up in a tree.
Apparently.
I have not heard that at all. Yes, you did. I'm sorry, Deb. You missed the ritual, but it wasn't too long if you started over. Bumblebee jasper is what we were talking about. Oh, okay. I gotcha. Thanks. Coconut oil and activated charcoal toothbrushes. No kidding. I have never heard of the charcoal toothbrushes. I know I have had several, things of toothpaste that are activated charcoal, but I've not heard of the actual toothbrushes. That's funny.
Okay.
Zero waste channels talk a lot about the toothbrushes. Oh, that's cool. Oh, I get it. So it breaks down eventually. Duh.
Yes, unlike the plastic ones. I've
Yeah.
heard of the bamboo toothbrushes. I have one. They're awesome, and they don't break, and they aren't plastic, which means you're saving that little bit of plastic out of the environment.
That is
Oh.
awesome.
I have a question. So obviously, because we've showed everyone our setup of our rituals and about going about how we do the rituals, what are you guys going to be doing with your stuff after everything's burnt down? Like, what are you going to do with the rest of the ritual to dispose of it?
Actually, I already said I was putting my ashes in the burn pit outside.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah, so I will tell you that the stuff that I cleansed and banished, which all of that stuff would have sucked in the negative shit. That stuff goes outside for me in our pile of shit that's supposed to break down. What the hell is it called? I'm totally losing my
Compost pile?
compost pile. Thank you. And the other one, actually, I'm going to add that to my healing ritual or healing ashes and just incorporate that into the healing ashes.
Okay. And then basically what I'm going to do is just put everything in a jar and bury it at the crossroads.
Cool. So I'm almost out of, I don't even know if I can do this without spilling it, but this is the black salt that I made the last time I used the ashes from my healing stuff, and it's almost out. And
that's just salt with ash in it, right? Mixed up?
Yep. Yeah, that's it. And it depends. Sometimes I add a couple drops of essential oil if I feel that it needs it. But I just use my intuition. I don't know. I don't have a recipe or anything. I just use salt and the ashes that I burn all my Reiki healing stuff with.
I do my spells the same way I do cooking. And a pinch of that, a dash of that.
Exactly. I know. I try to have some stuff in my herbal, like I have an herbal grimoire or book shadows, however you want to call it, of stuff that I know works. And I try my squirrel brain to remember to put stuff in there after it's worked. There's a lot of stuff that probably missed it.
I have another question. Sorry, I'm like full of questions here all of a sudden. You know how obviously candles sometimes will completely burn out, so there's no wax left over. But if there is wax, what do you tend to do with the leftover wax?
I keep all mine and I put it in the same thing so I can make candles afterwards. So, you can get, I save everything. I'm such a freaking hoarder, but I save
my wax.
So when I have like the leftover tea light things and stuff, I save those so I can re-pour all the little bits of wax stuff that I have all over into one thing and put herbs in it. And I make other kinds of candles, healing candles, this candle, that kind of candle, depending on what I need.
Right.
But I save all kinds of little shit. I save literally, hold on, I'll show you because I have part of it up here. I literally save, I just shut that. That's great. I have this huge ball of string. Well, it's not really a ball yet. I really need to make another ball of string. From at my work, when our laundry comes, it is wrapped in this pure cotton string. And so I save all of that. And because I can use this to wrap my sage bundles and stuff when I make smudge bundles. And so I have this is only part of it. I have another ball like this downstairs and I have some still at work. When the box gets filled up at work, then I bring it home and I put it in here, and I really need to make a ball of it because it's kind of all over. This is even all of it. But I probably have enough for a lifetime of sage bundles at this point. So if you guys want any, tarot stock, come get some.
Yeah, I even saved some of my stuff. Like, for example, this is the binding powder from the binding ritual I did last time. And I saved that because you can always reuse rituals over again. Well, not all of them, but most of them you can. So I saved that. I've saved a couple different waxes that were left over. Oh, I even have a road opener powder that I made from a different ritual, and I saved that in case I needed it. for next time.
And I had 2 questions. Kat asked, what do I do with black salt? Black salt, it depends on what you have into the black salt. So like I always save, I think I posted in the group, but when I burn my, when my Reiki basket is full and I take those out and burn it, I save them, those ashes, and I make black salt with that. So that is healing and good intentions ashes, which I then put into my bath salts when I do bath salts. So then that's healing, good intentions, all that good stuff in my salt that I use in my bath salts. And someone else asked something, and I was like, "Oh yeah, wait."
Jack asked.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
Jack asked if you had to pick 5 herbs you can only save for spells. What would you pick?
For me, it would be rosemary, sage, patchouli, because I just can't live without patchouli. Rosemary, sage, patchouli. Lavender, even though I don't like the smell of lavender when it's in essential oil, I like the actual herb. And I'd have to think about the 5th one. That's hard to only pick 5. I'm like, I can't leave this one out. I can't leave this one out.
What about you, LeaLynn? What about you, LeaLynn?
What now? I missed you.
Oh, top 5 herbs.
Yes, I had to go open the window.
Yeah.
Top 5 herbs. If I could only have 5. Lavender, patchouli, basil, mint, pepper.
Oh, interesting. My top 5 would probably be blessed thistle, bloodroot, star anise, rosemary, and sage. What about you, Stephen? Stephen?
What?
What about you?
For what? Sorry.
If you had to pick 5 herbs you can only save for spells, what would you pick?
I don't know.
He's still starting off herb-wise, so he's got to try some out and see. But oh yes, I grow my own sage. I don't use white sage very much. I do once in a while if they're at my local store because I know they grow their own to make their own sage bundles. I try not to buy white sage bundles anywhere though because I don't know where it came from. But any sage is sage, guys. Sage works the same no matter what. So if you're just using regular garden sage, it works great. We don't need white sage. What is tarot stock? Tarot stock is going to be a gathering at my house at the end of May to learn about tarot and other witchy stuff. If you're interested, go to our Facebook group, please.
Shauna asks, what is the best thing you use for dressing a candle oil-wise?
So I literally just use essential oils that have to do with my intent. So I used orange for the positive one and lemon for cleansing.
For me, it really depends on what I'm doing. Sometimes I'll use a specific oil that is based on the actual ritual I'm doing. But if I don't, then my go-to oil that I use to dress a candle with is Van oil because that is an all-purpose oil. So you could literally use that for anything you're doing.
So yes, Pepper, you are correct. Any oil that you're feeling.
Yes.
Oh, and I agree. I have a ton of essential oils, so it just depends on what I'm feeling at the moment. I just mix what I feel and go to it.
Ooh, Papa Squirrel asked Steven, do you do anything special with your ashes?
Not particularly, no.
You just kind of toss them out after the... Because you were just burning a petition for the ritual.
Yeah, I just get rid of them normally that you would any ash, basically.
That's good.
Someone asked about molds. If we have candle molds, I have tons of them. Tons. That's one of the things I look for when I go thrifting is I look for cookie molds or
Or ice cube molds.
Yeah, ice cube molds. Talk amongst yourselves. I'll grab a couple because they're up in this top row.
Or prayer candles. I'll just
Is this
refill
for
them.
making candles?
For making a
Like
candle,
candle
yes.
molds? Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I will put a wick in here and make this into another candle.
You guys can go on. I'll be back with some mold.
Oh, Jen just left, and Miss Bab or Miss 64 Babs just asked, "How do you make a sage bundle?" Well, I mean, I've never made one before, but what I guess I've seen is to make a sage bundle is you get sage, you dry up, or you can take fresh sage, wrap it up, and then hang it upside down, and then just let it dry out. That's my understanding of how you make a herb sage bundle.
Mm-hmm.
Does that sound right there, LeaLynn?
That sounds about right. How do you make candles? Explaining it step by step is an entire video unto itself.
Okay, so.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah. This is just what I could grab. But literally, when I go thrifting, this is one of the things I look for, guys. So this one there's dinosaurs. And I make soaps and candles with the same things. I will tell you, these, what do they call them? Silicone. The silicone molds are my favorite things on the planet. I'm so glad they came out with these.
Yes.
Those are stars because it makes it so much easier to get them out. Those are stars. These are like flowery stars. Oh, Darth Vader. I love Darth Vader. They're really good when you're trying to do banishing and stuff. Hello, Darth Vader. Oh, this is, I'm such a Star Wars nerd. This is the Han Solo, the.
Oh, yeah. When he's like,
oh. Yeah, I got a mold of that. Of course I do. This is, what do you call them? Palm trees.
Oh, okay. I thought
those are silicone molds that she uses for making candles.
Yep. This is snowmen and trees and bells. That's for Yule time. This one is a whole bunch of flowers. So springtime, maybe I'll pull these out for Ostara and make some crap for Ostara. This is skulls.
Yeah, yay, skulls.
For ancestors.
Love scullies.
Skulls for everything.
What's this one? Oh, spiders and spider webs. Skull and crossbones. Feet. Don't ask me why I have feet. I don't know.
They'll come in handy eventually.
Moving spells. I don't know. There's gingerbread people.
Well, the feet, I think you could probably use that if you're doing like hot foot powder.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Burn it. Yes.
Yeah, and then I had hearts. This literally is not even half. I have this huge drawer full of them. So I just keep, every time I see a new shape, I get it in case I find a use for it. And they're really, really cheap when you find them at thrift stores because people are like, I don't want this anymore. And they're awesome for wax, for making candles. They're awesome for making soap because they make it so much easier to get out of there, you guys. Get them.
Papa Squirrel had a question for all of us. Since he's only dabbled slightly with herbs before, do we feel that the herbs are more about the intent we put behind them or the actual property of the herb?
It's the intent, because a lot of the herbs have multi-uses. So, for example, like that's rosemary. Lavender. Lavender can be used for love, harmony, happiness. It's really about the intent that you use, because obviously certain herbs have different purposes for different things. So it's really what you want the herb to be, really.
Yep, for me, it's also all about the intent. So again, I used patchouli to bring in wealth and success. It's in this ritual, well, but it's also used for sexuality and attracting a partner. So
Absolutely. And my thoughts on it, guys, I'm sure you know this already. If it works for you, it works. I want you all to experiment with what herbs do for you. I always started out with like the book meaning. And so you kind of look up. I have my favorite book is Magical Herbs by, is that what it's called? Magical Herbs, something like that, by Paul Beryl, Beryl. And so I start out with that. And is that what I think? Does it feel like that for me? And if it feels like that for me, great. And if it doesn't, then I use what does feel like that for me, because everyone's energy is different. My energy is going to be different from LeaLynn's energy. It's going to be different from Maddie's energy. So what the herbs do for me, how they interact with my energy, is not going to be the same for me as it is for LeaLynn, as it is for Maddie, as it is for Steven. It's all going to be different. Did we lose Steven? Is he still here?
No, he left.
I think we left him.
Oh my God, I just fell.
Oh no.
We missed him. How do you put the wick in the silicone molds? What do you mean? How do you put it in there as you're pouring and you hold it up so that like you would any other candle. Well, all right. Some people, if you do the big candles, I never do big candles because I'm too lazy. But because I don't know, whatever. I'm too lazy. I always do little ones. So I cut the wicks ahead of time, and I know how, I want about this big for all these little things that I do. And so I have each one, and I put it in there, and I hold it in there as me or my husband or whoever pours in the wax, and wait for a second, and then you let it go. It's fine. Then you do the next one. Same thing. Easy.
See, for these bigger ones, I put a piece of wood across the top, and I wrap my wick around here, and it's held up for me.
Oh, okay. That's a good idea.
Yeah, I know. Which, you would think that would be easier for me. Maybe it's because I like the shapes. I don't know what it is. I just don't. I know that I can do that. I just don't, because I'm like, but then I have to use all that wax for just one candle, and then I can use all these little ones. I don't know. It's just me.
Hey, what was your saying again? If it works for you, it works.
That's right. Would a bit of rubber cement in the bottom of the mold work for holding down wicks? Oh, yeah, sure. Absolutely. I don't have a problem. Maybe it's the kind of wick that I use. But I don't have a problem with keeping them down there. Yeah, I don't have that. This is a new one that I just got at the thrift store, so I don't know. This one might not work like that. You're right, because it's really stringy, so I might have to hold them down there. But usually the one that I use is wax dipped already, so they're much more firm.
And then Kendra's Spiritual Journey just asked, would a bit of rubber cement in the bottom of the molds work for holding down wicks?
I'm sure they would. As I'm thinking of that, though, I would worry about the flammability, because isn't rubber cement going to be super flammable? And then when it gets down, is it going to do a spark thing? I don't know. We could try it, see what happens. I think I would try it maybe in the springtime or in the summertime when you can do it outside for the first time, just to make sure that it's not going to whew.
Wait, rubber cement. I was thinking cement as in what roads are made of. I was like, wait a minute, rubber cement is burnable? As I'm thinking of the street outside, I'm like, if it was burnable, wouldn't the entire world be up in flames?
So Ember Moon also asked, what do you do with 7-day Saint candle glasses once you've burned the candle out? She has a butt ton of them and doesn't know what to do with them.
You can reuse them. Just pour new wax and put a wick inside.
Or I've been known to take this and put a pillar candle down in here and use it like a candle holder.
Absolutely.
They even sell like the extra the pull out individual candles. Like this one is a pull out. Oh, well, it was a pull out till I melted it, but
till you lit it.
Yeah. But they sell like the individual candles that you can put inside a jar.
They have wicks with bottom metal holders. Yep, absolutely. Perfect. So did we answer everyone's questions? The weeks are much shorter, so they're not going to flop over. Oh, the wicks. Okay, gotcha. Hi, Donna. Welcome. Great. I think, what do you guys think? Did we answer everyone's questions? Are we good? So I really like this format, though. Like I said, I want to do this on each of our channels for different things. At this point, I don't know. I'm trying to think of, we'll discuss it and decide what to do next on whose channel like this. But I do like it. I think maybe once a week to do a Hangouts kind of thing on one of our channels would be great.
Should we introduce ourselves? Did we even say who we were at the beginning?
I don't think we did.
I don't think so.
Just kind of like a
You know who I am because you're on my channel, but go ahead, you guys.
Oh, I'll go
All
first.
right.
I'm Matthew, and I'm from the Conjurer's Table.
All right, I'm Lea Lynn, and I am from Lea Lynn Faewitch.
Yay. And Stephen was from the Sound of an Ocean Wave. And I will, once the video, finishes uploading and all that afterwards, then I will put everyone's channel in the down bar so everyone can see who isn't on their live. Oops, sorry. I'm making a lot of noise, aren't I? So I guess other than that, right? Are we good? Hi. Paper clips on the end of the wick looks perfect. Oh, that's a good idea, Tina. Perfect. Good idea. What kind of wax do you use? Oh, all kinds. Is Stephen okay? I would assume so. My guess is he was feeling like he didn't know everything we knew, but I hope he doesn't feel like that. Stephen, if you're watching this, you better not, mister.
Really, because that wasn't the intent at all.
Nope. Wouldn't the pattern be on the other side of the candle? Oh, well, it depends on how you... I'll have to try to do it. I hate tutorial videos because I'm such a moron. I screw things up 12 times. But I will try to do one because when I... All right, let me try to explain this. I'm such an idiot. So when I do it, I put the wax wick in, I bend it at the bottom. I don't know how to explain this. So there's a little crink at the bottom so that it lays flat so that when it's done, I can flip it over and knock it up.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Does that make sense? Hopefully.
Jen, that's a beautiful necklace you're wearing.
Thank you, Maddie. This is my prayer beads that Maddie sent me.
I just noticed it only took me like an hour.
Yeah. I love these. I absolutely love these. Because for one thing, they jingle, and because of my ADD, I like to play with them. Oh, heck, these keys are ringing, right? Exactly. Oh, Matt, this looks like wax puppets. What?
Oh, I think she's like at the beginning when I was showing my poppet, this one.
Oh, yeah.
Like wax. It's actually porcelain, you guys. And it's called a Frozen Charlotte, and you can find these on Etsy or even on the Deviant Moon website. Sometimes Patrick posts them up for sale.
Absolutely. All right, guys. I think this was great, and I'm so glad to do this on a Sunday night. If Kat is still on, I will try to get a hold of you when we're done here because I got to do your reading tonight. But otherwise, Yay. I think this was great. Everybody really need this reset, recharge, re-cleanse. I know I did.
Me too.
Yay. So thank you, Maddie and LeaLynn and Stephen, and we'll see you guys next time.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.